What's up, boys? Cave Talk episode 34. I want you guys to all imagine life as a millionaire. I want you to imagine waking up and not having to worry about an alarm, not having to worry about going to work, not having to worry about bills, not having to worry about rent, knowing that you've retired your parents, knowing that you've retired your mother and father and that they never have to work a job again, knowing that you can go on dates with beautiful women wherever you want without having to worrying about the price, knowing you're able to take your family out for meals without, again, having to even look at the price, knowing you're literally able to buy whatever you want, driving in an amazing car, being able to pick up girls in an amazing car and take them anywhere, and guys, like friends, right, that you have, they'll be admiring your car, being able to go to any country. For example, for me, I like football, so be able to go to any football stadiums. I also like tennis, being able to go to Wimbledon, just doing whatever you want with your life. That is the true goal of every man. You want to have freedom, but that only comes with money. So I want you to genuinely envision the life as a millionaire. Envision yourself being able to wake up and knowing that you got millions liquid and you got thousands, tens of thousands, probably even hundreds of thousands by that point coming in every single month. So you don't even have to worry about price tags on anything, right? You're literally making 1,000 or 2,000 a day, let's say, right? Which isn't hundreds of thousands a month, but thousands a day, right? You're literally able to do whatever you want. You can go to any country you want. You can rent whatever place you want. You find a nice place on Airbnb that you want to rent out, you can rent it for 6 months if you want. You can go to whatever country, right? Your cousins that you have in whatever, I don't know, if you're like mixed, if you're from different countries, you can just fly them out, right? If your mum wants to go on a certain holiday with your dad or whatever, or she just wants to go on a holiday, boom, book the flight. Buy the Airbnb, put her in the nicest hotel. You being able to go to the nicest hotels. You being able to stay in penthouses, stay in villas, right? You wake up on a random Wednesday morning and you decide, you know what? I feel like going to fucking whatever, Spain today. Boom, you take a flight to Spain. You stay in a villa with a swimming pool outside, right? Then you bring some girls over, you have fun, you have a good time. Then the next day you decide, you know what, why not go to Italy? So you go to Italy, you get a Ferrari. Let's say maybe you don't have a Ferrari. Maybe you're not you don't buy a Ferrari. Maybe you got a Lamborghini, or maybe you got a nice Porsche, or you got a BMW, you got a nice Audi, whatever the case is. Let's say you don't have a Ferrari. You just go to Italy, you drive around, you rent a Ferrari for a couple of days. You go driving in that, or maybe you already have a Ferrari. Then you come back to wherever you live. Let's say it's England or USA. And then you stay in your Mercedes. Drive around, have some fun. You can go out, do literally whatever you want. The point is, you do whatever you want. I want you to envision that. I've just given you a couple examples of what you can kind of envision. But those are just some of the things, right? Your family, that's the most important thing. Your mum will literally never, ever, 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 ever have to work a job ever again in her life. Your dad will never have to work a day in his life. Now, for some parents, maybe they really enjoy what they do for work, but I'm saying they don't have to. They already make more money just from what you give them on the side than what they'd make in a full-time job anyway. And that's not even that unachievable. Like, I don't think you guys understand that. It doesn't take 10 years. You could do that in literally 6 or 12 months of truthfully locking in and knowing the right things. Because I went from broke to making thousands and thousands a month within literally 1 month of trying a new business model, which was fitness coaching at the time. And obviously, again, I tried loads of business models until then, which gave me loads of knowledge and gave me all the skills necessary. But I still went like that with a brand new business model. The reason is because I just realized the rules to the game. I understood, okay, cool. You need to sell something. You need to be able to be good at marketing, good at speaking, good at persuasion. You need to have a good offer. You need to be able to retain clients, etc. But yeah, boys, like, you can do whatever you want at that point. Like, you can literally have so much freedom. You can drive around in a beautiful car, in the mountains, in wherever you want to go, whatever place you want to go to. Then maybe if it gets a bit rainy, right? Let's say you're in England like I am. As you can see, it's not great weather now. At least it's not raining. But anyway, let's say it's rainy. Not nice weather in England. Okay, cool. You know what? Let's not stay in England. Why don't we bounce to Dubai? Why don't we bounce to Saudi Arabia? Why don't we go somewhere hot? It's like, you can literally do that. Why don't we go to Ibiza for a week? You don't have to worry about money. That's what you don't understand. You don't even have to look at the prices of things. Like, unless you're buying a huge, huge item like a car or maybe renting a villa or whatever, you don't really need to look at any other price tags. Like, food it's free basically, because you're making so much money that your hourly rate is already so much. Like, for example, if you make just 1,000 a day, which I say just, but that's a very good income. 1,000 a day, okay, cool. If, let's say you go out to a nice restaurant, I don't actually know, I can't compare it to the USA because I've never been yet. I'm going probably 2026 sometime. But let's say you go to, like, I don't know, but in the UK, a nice restaurant might be 200 or 300 pounds max. I mean, where I'm at, and maybe in London it would be actually probably higher. But anyway, let's say it's 300 pounds. If you go to a nice restaurant for 300 pounds, but you've got 1k coming in every single day, you don't even have to worry about the fact it's 300 pounds. And 300 pounds like top end. It's actually hard to even spend that much. Like, I go to restaurants and I buy basically whatever I want with dessert, obviously with drinks, maybe buying multiple drinks, having starters, having main meals, and like all together it's like less than 50 quid. In fact, a lot less sometimes. So let's say even if it is 200 or 300 pounds, you've got so much money coming in, so much cash flow daily that doesn't matter. That's like 2 or 3 hours work. So yeah, boys, the point is you need freedom. Okay, as a man, you need freedom, and the best way to get freedom is by working your ass off. But you're not going to work your ass off unless you actually believe that the juice is worth a squeeze. Right? If you don't believe that getting to that point where you're making millions is not worth the hard work required to get there, then you're never going to put it in. You're never going to put in the hard work, right? You're always going to just half-ass it because you don't believe that if you put in the work, you're going to get the results. Which, number one, is a completely wrong belief. But number two, it's like, that's not the right mindset for success. So that's why I said, imagine life as a millionaire. Just write it down. Write down literally the daily routine, what you can do, a week in the life of yourself. Right? Then you go to the nicest gyms. Or you can go to a gym in any country you desire. You can go swimming in the ocean. I mean, I don't really like to go swimming in the ocean, but you can go to nice beaches around the world. You can rent nice villas, nice penthouses with swimming pools. You can go literally and do whatever you want with your life. That's the life you get if you work your ass off. So do not quit. If you're in a starting stage where you're just starting and you're trying to get to your first, let's say, $1,000 online or get your first client, understand this is the hardest point. Because right now, you're most likely working a job or you're in education, right? You don't have loads of time to spend on a business. But at the same time, it feels like you're spending some time, but you're not getting results. But that's the hardest point. Because I'm not saying it becomes all easy. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, when you start making, let's say, 2,000 or 3,000 a month, which isn't that hard. When you start making that money, you now can quit the 9 to 5, which means you've got so much time to dedicate towards a business. Which does make it easy. I'm not saying the actual action you do is easy. It's just you've got so much more time that you can decide what you want to do. You can have a bit more fun in the day. Right? Or you can, for example, if you're like a morning person, like I used to be honest, I need to get back into it. But I still am technically a bit more of a morning person. Then if you want to, you can just wake up at 6 and work till like 10 or 11 and then basically do whatever you want with the rest of the day until maybe 6 or 7 p.m. Then maybe you have 2 calls to do. Like, it's as simple as that. And with that, if you're actually doing the right things in those 4 hours in the morning, 4 or 5 hours, and you're getting on the calls which need to be done, like sales calls, client calls, group calls, etc., speaking to a mentor, learning. If you're doing that in the day, you can only spend like 4 to 6 hours working. I said 4 to 8 hours actually in a previous video, but I truly think 4 to 6 hours is more than enough. I spend maybe 5 hours working a day, if not less. It depends what day. Friday I'll work a lot more, but Monday to Thursday, literally just a couple hours a day. Maybe 3 or 4 hours over the whole day. That's literally it. And I don't have to work 9 to 5 for the rest of my life as long as I stay disciplined. Now, I'm not saying that because I have millions and millions and millions in the bank. No, but because I'm making more than I would in a 9 to 5 full time. Like a lot more. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say for this cave talk. But yeah, boys, keep on pushing. Because I know when I was in that hard stage of it's just hard, man. You feel like nothing's really working. You feel like you're putting in work. You feel like it could be a scam. Maybe it's all a lie. But I promise you it's not. I can promise you that for a fact. So just keep on grinding, keep on going. And yeah, if you want some guidance, you can join my free Telegram channel. You can read my free ebook. I don't actually have it on this. I won't put it in this description. But if you go on to like Cave Talk episode 30 or 31, 32, it'll be there. But yeah, to follow my Instagram, because you'll see a lot of lifestyle and then inspiration as well. And I'll be posting a lot of value content. I post like a reel a day as well. So follow my Instagram in the link in the description as well. Excuse me. And then lastly, if you want to work with me one-to-one and you want to scale your online business so you don't have to work a 9 to 5 ever again, it's like you can literally live a millionaire type life, then just tap the link in the description. You can book a call in. With that said, that's the end of today's video, boys. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I'll see you boys tomorrow.